What's up guys, it's Boy G back on another video. So as promised, I'm uploading a couple of other videos for Steam Deck. Things that we're gonna do once we get our very first Steam Deck. Just exactly like mobile phones, we want to protect it. Additionally, for Steam Deck, especially for the model that I've got here, which is just 64 gig, 42 free. Right, 42 gig free out of 46, so that's definitely not gonna cut it. Of course, get a micro SD. Now, I advise this one because this is not that expensive, but not that cheap as well, and it's pretty fast, right? So this is the SanDisk Extreme. Now, I've seen a SanDisk Extreme Pro, even 1 terabyte, but that is extremely expensive already. And typically 512 will already be good, right? If you don't need a game, just remove that and download again if you have a good internet connection. So 512 will definitely cut it already. And of course, you don't want to damage or scratch your very precious Steam Deck. So make sure to get this day one, because if you use your Steam Deck already right away, a couple of days before even getting a screen protector, you might already scratch that before even getting this one, and you're just gonna regret it, right? Because you cannot remove this scratch anymore, even you put some tempered glass on it. I also purchased a couple of stickers. It's more of like protections, right? And textures, so I can put it here. And finally, of course, our case. Now, I opt to get this case here because I don't know, it's pretty cheap, right? I think I just purchased this for, I can't remember, maybe 700 pesos. So if you notice on the front, there's even like a cover, like a shield, right? Now that's pretty good because just in case that you find yourself being lazy already using the case, because I'm gonna tell you right away right now, you're probably gonna use this in the first few weeks, days of Steam Deck, and then once you get used to it and once you use it very often, you're probably not gonna use the case, right? You're just gonna put it somewhere like on a table or something, and it's really gonna destroy that, I'm gonna tell you. So it will be good if you can just slap this real quick, protect it from dust and scratches and whatnot. So let's install that first before everything else. This case itself, on the part where you can actually see the holes and whatnot, like on the side of it, it's actually softer, right? So I thought it's like super hard, that it's gonna damage your Steam Deck. It's actually not. The entire thing actually is a bit softer, right? It's not as hard as this one. This is pretty hard. See that? So it's gonna protect your screen. Something fall in it. It's gonna protect that. But this one is pretty soft, so that's not gonna damage or do something nasty to your device. So let me go ahead and try to install that real quick here. Because of this radius, right, or this slope, you have to install that first, right? It's like that. So let me go ahead and insert that first here and be very careful on the triggers above, right? Like that. So you're not gonna snap them. Very snug fit, but once it's there, and it's pretty tight. Now I love the feeling of it because it even accentuated, right, or exaggerated the shape on the back, right? If you notice, it's very good now here. The entire vent is still open, and you also have some opening on the upper part of the case here, so that even though the back is kind of warm, it will still grab some cold air from outside, which is pretty good. Now, one good thing about this as well is the stand. If you notice, it's very rigid, right? It's not just like a single slope like that will just break in just a day or something. It's actually a two-part, and you can even like lock it in place like so. See? And once it's locked, it's not really gonna budge, right? So that's definitely a win. You do have the power button here. It's still protected, of course, very protected. The triggers, very good. All right, all of the triggers are good. Power, and then you do have the LED. You do have the USB. You can definitely still plug it in. And then the headphone jack, the volume up and down, and again, triggers. On the bottom, you do have the SD card, which is still available there. And yeah, I love it. This These are just some stickers, like what I said, right? So just you know, if you want to add more on this one, which I highly recommend putting something like this, because wear and tear, right? You have to be careful on the wear and tear. You wouldn't know just using a couple of this and that one, your fingerprint, right? Your finger might destroy that. So make sure you replace that with something something like this, right? Just to protect them. You gotta wear and tear this, guys, and not the actual thumbsticks. And then you do have some M button or R button, so they can use here, right in the back. So if you want to use that or that material, you also have this very skinny or very thin sticker that you can put here. I opted to grab this kind of like carbon fiber style, put it in there, and you know, to put some texture on it. All right, so I'm going to install all of this, and I will show you the finished product afterwards. I'll be right back. All right, so that's it. I basically installed all of the essentials that I would like to install, actually minus the actual skin, but I put the SD card already. So as you can see, it's right there. It's 512, again, 512 gig, SanDisk Extreme. I installed this carbon fiber, right, or some material there, and it's good because it's gonna give you a texture which is really good. It's kind of like a feedback, right? You can feel it right now. Again, this case is pretty awesome. I like it. I put this kind of sticker and protective stuff on the back as well. I selected the thick one, the thick boys, right? If you notice, it's pretty thick, right? You actually don't need to do that, but it's for wear and tear. Again, you know, we're just really protecting this stuff. If all of the body has you know, case like this, but the buttons doesn't, then they will easily, you know, go wear and tear, right, or be bad eventually. So having this stickers, having this protective stickers is pretty good. Finally, of course, I put the tempered glass, if you notice. Now the tempered glass is not matte or anything, so it's very reflective. Now if you notice, the 512 gig has an anti-reflective, you know, stuff, which is pretty good. So this one is very reflective, as you can see. Kind of distracting at times. I'm typically playing at night anyway, so it's probably not going to be a problem. I don't play with lights on. It's going to be a problem if you're always playing outside in direct sunlight, or you know, with lights on, because it's going to reflect the light less, like as you can see right now. But if you're playing on a pitch black one, you know, like in the bed before you sleep, it's going to be good. Right? It's going to be good. If it turns out to be distracting because of the gloss or something like that, I'll probably look for a tempered glass or something, tempered glass or screen protector that will give a little bit of matte, you know, like a coat or something. But yeah, again, that's it for this accessory video. I will put up a lot of other videos in the future. One thing that I'm gonna note as well: be careful when buying or when purchasing case like this, because it might not fit your standard case that came with the product. Like on this one, it has this again, the one that I showed you earlier, right? The back stand. So it added a little bit of thickness, just this tiny bit of thickness, you know, plus this stuff. So it almost won't fit anymore. If you notice, it's a little bit protruding, right? And if you just put it like so, see, it's actually not gonna fit right away. So you have to force it a little bit, not to mention adding this rubber stuff on the buttons added thickness as well, right? So if you do that, you will have to press it a little bit like that. It's kind of scary because it might break your stick or something. Be careful in purchasing one. Make sure that it will still fit your case. Otherwise, you will have to purchase a separate case, like you know, like an aftermarket case. I might even do that eventually to preserve this as well. So at the time that you need to sell this or something, you will have like an almost brand new case, brand new everything, right? Because you have stickers here, stickers everywhere, protection. So might as well protect this case as well. Again, for the future, if you're gonna plan to sell it, it will look like a brand new one. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Again, click the like button if you like this video. Comment down below if you have any questions regarding Steam Deck and whatnot. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet, because I'm going to upload videos on this, testing, emulation, and a lot of reviews, a lot of stuff. So if you're into that, just go ahead and subscribe. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, guys, and see you on my next one. Peace.